Hi, welcome to Unrestricted View Film Festival. And to meet the director today, we have the fantastic Emily Haigh with us. Hi, Emily.
Yeah.
Now, so, well, I mean, you're prolific anyway. Every time I turn around, you seem to either be making a film, in a film, producing a film. Um, but this one, Patron, tell
Yes.
me how that came about. Was it Alan who wrote it? Um,
Yeah, so Alan wrote it and then he kind of came to me and asked because I was going to come on just as a producer.
right.
And it was kind of, I like the premise of the idea of this woman going into an interview and then it changes. And so I kind of was like, definitely need kind of like a woman's voice behind it. So I was all for that. And then I kind of then came on as co-directing it with Alan. So then it kind of became both of us directing, but me producing it.
Yeah. Fantastic. So yeah, so you say the subject matter, because I mean it's very much dealing with toxic masculinity, isn't it? And the effects that has. And so yeah, so and I mean I don't want to say too much without giving it away, but obviously the effects and the things that you use in this. What was the thought process behind that?
So yeah, that was very much written into the script. Alan wanted to kind of have it so it kind of all turns on its head. And as you know, my films are always up for that. So
Yes.
I was more than happy to delve into that sort of thing. And it's also kind of showing how it's more of a showing women getting broken and then constantly getting pulled down and broken and broken and broken. So that's what you can kind of see happening.
Yes.
But what people don't really notice is that after someone gets broken down for so long, there's this inner power that we have that's actually, no, we're not going to stand for that anymore. And that's what's kind of happening in society today. And that's what kind of lets her become the stronger version.
Yeah. No, it's terrific. Well done, and very very well done. Um, so I mean, it's done very well on the festival circuit, hasn't it? I mean, it's been out doing the rounds for about a year now,
Yes.
would you say?
Yeah, no, yeah, it's doing quite well. It premiered at Fright Fest, which was very cool.
Hmm.
But yeah, it's doing really well, and it's interesting watching people watch it and like
Yeah.
seeing the difference between the two genders watching it. Well, male and female, and then like having their kind of the guys laughing at the guys, and then to the end when they all seem to go quiet, and then you hear like the women kind of getting more
Yeah.
vocal.
Yeah. Yeah.
I've quite enjoyed watching it at festivals, but yeah, no, it's doing really, really well, and that's just down to the team that I had on
Yeah.
board. So.
No, it's fantastic. And so what are you working on now? Because I mean, you were, like I say, I mean, I think we had one festival where you were in about five different things, weren't you? And it was just like I said every time we were watching the films, I go, who is that girl? She's literally in every film. Um,
Yeah, I've been quite well. I did a feature film last year called Sorority, so that will be coming out, and that's acting in that one.
yes.
And then I also had a small role in another feature film, the Arthur and Merlin one, which I put up, playing Lady of the Lake.
Mm.
And then I produced a short film just before Christmas called Officer Down, which is my first time at producing an action film.
Right.
And that was really, really interesting. We were filming in December, which was freezing. We're just about to finish post on it. We're still in the grade at the moment, but
All
obviously
right.
we're doing it remotely. But that's a really interesting topic, dealing with something that's actually kind of become more into light at the moment, with how people portray people in different lights. There's a police officer that gets put into an abandoned building, and there's this terrorist gang there, but it's not as easy as it being black and white. There's a bit of a grey area that
Yeah.
they have to try and navigate. So it's quite interesting. But that's that one. And then I shot one just before lockdown as an acting in that one, called Eating Miss Campbell, which was a horror. I think that's it.
Well, yeah, that's a few. That's a few, isn't it?
Okay.
So the action one, I mean, it's fair to say mostly you've done horror. Would that be fair to say?
Yeah, I've done one drama. I did a CGI animated short as well, but
Right.
yeah, mainly horror. Action. This is my first time at action,
Yeah. And do
and
you
it's been
enjoy it?
quite cool. Fun. Oh, I loved it.
Yeah.
It was very hard seeing people getting like beaten up in front of you, and you're just there going. When you're a producer, it's a bit more stress because it's like, well, I'm the one that has to fill out the forms if this all goes wrong. So please, can you all do it safely? But we had like a stunt coordinator on set, and we had
Right.
everyone. yeah, we had like professional. We had a stunt double and we had professional stunt guys on it.
Oh wow!
So it was very good.
So it's quite a big crew, and on that, did you have or?
Yeah. So it was so Simon Pearce directed it, and then we had Phil Mayhew DOP, and Roger Pierce camera operate, and they're absolute legends in their own right. They did Casino Royale and Zorro and stuff like that. Yeah. And then I had we had a focus puller. It's kind of like a skeleton crew, but when it came to the stunts, that's when we had like the stunt coordinator being there. And I don't risk that sort of thing. I don't think anyone should ever risk doing stunts without a professional crew on board.
No.
But it was absolutely interesting, and it was quite fun to be asked to do it, especially as a woman, because I don't really feel I hadn't really been given those opportunities to do action.
Yeah,
so I quite liked doing it.
Graham, when do you think we could see this? What's it called, by the way?
Officer Down.
Officer Down. Sorry, you said that.
Yeah, so that's well, we're still grading at the moment, but obviously that's kind of, there's only so much you can do remotely.
Yes.
Before the director wants to go in and fiddle.
Yeah.
And you can't really fiddle at the moment. So when the restrictions kind of open up a bit more, then we're going to push him straight in and be like, please just go and do it so you can release it. But we've got a rough one which we've been sending to festivals, because a lot of them are being quite generous with seeing films not fully made.
Well, quite right. Yeah. I mean, yes, very necessary at this time, I think.
Yeah.
Well, that's fantastic. I'm just going to ask you a couple of questions now, just to get to, so everyone can get to know you a bit better. Who is your favourite actress?
Favourite actress? Oh, that's a horrible question. Oh, they're all great. I love Toni Collette, though. Seeing her in Hereditary was just something that I haven't really seen actresses kind of be allowed to do, and I think she's wonderful. Emily Blunt is another one that I think is incredible as well. But yeah, I think Toni Collette's got such power and gumption behind her. So she's brilliant.
Fantastic. And who is, would you say, is your favourite director?
Again, that's really evil, because I watch such a variety of films, so that's really hard. But see, I like James Wan, I like Jordan Peele, but I love Catherine Bigelow and Sofia Coppola as well. So if they could just merge and have one person, that would be my favourite film. That would be a very weird film.
Yeah, you can produce that one. Yeah. And all right, well, let's finish on film. Yeah, what's your favourite film? I know, but I know that can change week to week and sort of day to day, depending on what mood you're in. But is there one that is always your sort of?
Does. I mean, I love Star Wars. That is kind of
me too.
My go-to. When you're ill and you're like, you want to put Star Wars on. I don't know. That would be my go-to, because it's just kind of like comfort. But yeah, I like Girl Interrupted, if you're more into that. Two different movies. Oh, and I love Frozen.
Okay.
Actually, Frozen's a great film.
There you go. That's three very different but fantastic films. Yeah, that's fantastic. Okay, well,
different moods.
Yeah,
different moods, different things.
Right. Well, Patron is going to be screening on Sunday, the 19th of July, and you can get tickets at unrestrictedview.co.uk. Thanks so much for speaking to us today, Emily.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, and hopefully see you soon with Officer Down, after we'll get released into the wild again. But yeah, so thank you very much for tuning in. We're now going to see a trailer for Agatha Raisin from our sponsors at Free at Last TV. Thank you. Bye, Emily.
Death threats juicy enough for you?
I hope you're not the amateur busybody that the police say you are.
Right. Well, I'll show them. I thought I might take up a new hobby.
The mating dance. Hot and reckless.
I have something to confess.
Deadly. You all set on the plan?
All clear.
Mingle. Eyes. Ears.
Rogering that.
I can assure you that I can get to the bottom of this for a never so professional fee.